Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm testing my first electric car ever, and it had to be a Tesla Model S, and not anyone, the top of the range, the P100D. So previously Tesla had different models, 60, 70, 85, I believe 90, and now they just kept the 75, 100, and the 100 P100D, which is the top of the line. So this car we're driving today, guys, is the top of the line. It's the 2018 model. It's fully loaded. How does it feel to sit inside electric car? This is my first time ever I sit in an electric car, and I tend to sit in the best one. For sure, this is the best. I mean, there's a lot of different electric cars in the market or hybrid, but this is a pure electric car, and it's so much performance. I love it so far. So the P100D, it's the fastest sedan ever made until now. Can you believe that? I mean, Tesla were their couple of years in the market and their first model ever, and they managed to have a really good car, and super build quality and super fast. I mean, I'm driving the car now in sport mode, and the comfort setting, I'm not gonna use it today because it's just so boring. And then we're gonna have the ludicrous mode later and the ludicrous plus, and it's gonna be awesome. The different numbers that you see, you know, on the car, because they look exactly the same except the wheels and the batches. So 75 is 75 kilowatts, which is the power capacity of the battery. The 100D have actually, you know, two engines, but the P100D have two engines, all-wheel drive, and it's more about performance. The battery capacity tend to be a bit lower on the P100D, but not by much. So the P100D is supposed to have, you know, a much higher range. They always claim, the manufacturers, but it's not a bad thing, you know, because once you accelerate a lot like this, it's crazy, man. You're like 30 from 100 in sports setting in a blink of an eye. But as a battery range and capacity, with this performance and luxury, and it's a very heavy car, guys. I mean, let's talk about the fun stuff, because the numbers don't lie. This car is producing 780 brake horsepower and 930 Newton meters of torque. I mean, that torque is absolutely crazy. Of course, since electric and dual engine and for all-wheel drive, there is absolutely zero lag. It's crazy. I mean, 0 to 100 kilometers, it's just 2.5 seconds. Better than most of the supercars and sports cars. It's hypercar territory. Very few car, you know, in the world can actually beat it. These cars are actually not allowed on the racetrack here. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, because they're so fast and they make all the other cars look like super slow. So Tesla, they believed in the idea of regenerating power back to the battery. So as you lift off, the actual car, you know, recharge the battery. So, and at the same time, it's actually brakes, because it reduces speed. That means brakes, you don't have to use the regular brakes. That's really awesome. At the beginning, it's like you feel like you're in a go-kart or something, you know, like PlayStation, but you get used on it. That means you're gonna keep your leg on the gas at all times. You barely have to brake unless you're going super fast, like 60 kilometers per hour. You lift off, it's gonna stop automatically, and it's recharging at the same time. Okay, while driving, let's talk about how I feel behind that wheel. The quality of the interior, that's so well built, and you feel relaxed and at home from the get-go. The design is like nothing else you have seen. It's super well designed, easy, lots of space. It's so wide, and you feel like you have so much space, and the guy next to you, the mirrors are great, the windscreen, the front one is just absolutely huge. The back is not so well, but you have two blind spots basically. This B pillar here, and the front one is so thick. But I mean, you don't care much about that. So let's do a small acceleration right now. So let's go. Oh my goodness me, guys, it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so addictive. I did it like yesterday twice, and it's like you seriously can't breathe during that time. You just can't. You have to hold your breath until, you know, you wanna take your foot off the gas. It's just crazy. It's so much power and grip, and it's so overwhelming. You don't really understand it in the videos unless you must experience it, you know, just like you have never felt something like that in your life. And I do understand why people start to get addicted to it. I'm gonna put it in driving and then ludicrous. I'm gonna keep pressing on ludicrous, and it shows me that this is a crazy mode basically. Are you sure you want to push the limits? This will cause accelerated wear of the motor. Yes, bring it on. Maximum battery power, estimated heating, estimated 40 minutes. And bear in mind, because the Ludicrous Plus mode, it still needs 35 minutes to heat, so I'm gonna speed a little bit here and there, and then it's gonna be even more crazy. The power is just instant, and you know, the way that it builds power is like a spaceship, really. This Ludicrous mode is really ludicrous. So fast, and it handles very well, man. So much power. The suspension is air suspension. It absorbs the bumps perfectly fine. You can even adjust the height of the car. You know, I put it as standard. Low is good if you're gonna go super fast, you know, on a racetrack or highway or something, but standard is perfect. High, I don't know why you're gonna use high. And I've seen that if you use the standard mode, or you know, it regenerates a little bit better than the other modes because of the air. Now, one cool feature, every time you wanna raise the vehicle for a reason, like there's a speed hump or something, oh my god, it's 150 in blink of the eye. You hear the 120, but when you want to look at that 120, you know, message there, you realize it's actually 150. So when the car gets close on the speed hump and you already used that function earlier, you don't need to do it again. The car will memorize it for you using the different, you know, smart systems from the cameras and GPS. Imagine every speed hump that you need to raise it next to your home or work or whatever, you don't need to do it manually because the car will do it itself. That's just absolutely great. Acceleration again, oh my god. Power is just fantastic, man. This car is just really nice, really comfortable. At the beginning you sit down, you see like huge screen, 17 inches screen, portrait style. It's something like you have never ever expected or imagined it's gonna happen in the car world, and Tesla did it. I mean, this Elon Musk really is just an influencer, he's just a leader, he's inspirational person. Elon Musk, if you ever gonna hear me, I'm gonna tell you, you did a brilliant job. Don't ever stop building these cars. Build the roster as soon as possible. Plus you're helping the world, your sustainable car. And look at me, man, as I'm Ford guy, AMG guy, I'm talking about electric cars. Why not? Guys, let's be realistic. Eventually you're gonna run out of oil, and you know, you have to go sustainable cars. That's the way of the future. You know, fossil fuel, it's getting lower. The demand is getting always the same, I would say. Some people, they say it's getting lower. It's not true. You know, unfortunately, most of the technology in the world, they still depend on that fossil fuel. And we are born, you know, you are born with combustion engine, with the noise, with so many parts, you know. When you have a combustion engine, there's so many parts, you know, that can go wrong, and you need to maintain and fix and replace. But with electric cars, there's so much less, you know, parts. Think about it. So talking about the isolation of the sound from the outside, with speed less than 130, I think it's almost perfect. You hear nothing. It's so well built. There's no noise coming from the cabin at all. No seats, no dashboard. nothing. The only noise you hear, less wind noise, but you hear more tire noise. As a total package, guys, you know, so far, you know, you got everything. You got the speed, the luxury, the looks. I know this is an expensive car, but so is the others. You know, the other car in that segment, the S-Class 7 Series, the, you know, A8, they're very expensive too. So the best part of this car is like when you're gonna overtake cars. It's just like instant, you know. There's no competition. No one can compete with this car in terms of overtaking. It's so fast and effortless. That noise here actually is actually from my stuff, you know, in the trunk. So it's not from the car. You know, do I miss the combustion engine? The noise, you know, the drama? I do, of course I do. I love noise cars. I love like sports cars. But doesn't mean that this is a bad or something that you don't understand. It's very kind of understandable. And I think, you know, if we get to use more on the electric cars in the future, we're definitely, you know, gonna be totally fine with it. But as for now, since we're not used on it, we look at it and, you know, at the beginning when we sit down, we see it's a bit weird, but it's not like that. Guys, the autopilot is doing its job. I just put the speed of the, you know, the road, but it's doing everything. It's so smart. And you can see even the steering assist, the braking, everything. My legs, they are not even on the gas. I'm just resting them. I was worried about that car is not gonna impress me, or it's just like, you know, too much talking. No, man, it's not like overrated. It really deserved the price. I wish they did only one thing, you know, have a little bit of different options from the inside. I know you can order the carbon package, you know, you have carbon parts here and there, but I mean, the outside, they just have that wing, but just put more stuff, man. Make it more premium. But they did not care about the looks, I believe. They just want to care about performance, and I understand it, you know. It's not a bad thing, but, you know, it's not a complaint. It's just an opinion. It's one of the cars, because it's so quiet, and it's comfortable from the inside. And those seats are super comfortable, and the leather quality is brilliant. I really love it. I'm not complaining at all. I feel very nice. You can adjust the steering wheel as much as possible. It's electric, so the seating position is like the way that you want it for everyone. There's lots of leg space, head space. Look at that. The panoramic roof is spot on. You can close as much percentage as you want, and it gives the car so much light from the inside, and you feel really comfortable, you know. Four-seater, everyone will be super comfortable. I mean, this is the fastest sedan ever made until now. Again, I'm repeating the same things for twice. Oh man, it's just, this car is really good. I really like it. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go and find some cars to test drive the automatic parking thing, or the parking assist, whatever it's called. I heard it's really nice and better than anything ever. You can see the car is approaching. It has to be detected between two cars, and after that the car will just do everything itself. It's really neat function. You don't have to correct the wheel or accelerator. The car will do it by itself, and it's so precise. Very nice. It's effortless, really. It's exactly in the middle. Unbelievable. It's perfect. It's a pretty big car actually, but it's not very difficult to drive.
No, it's not.
It took me like a couple of minutes only.
That's what I tell every customer.
It's very easy to drive. You don't need to be like autopilot ready, as you can see. See, the gentleman is not touching the wheel or even the gas. So you were telling me that in order to have the auto park enabled, the car has to detect two cars.
That's right. It has to be between two cars for now.
Okay.
But as I said, we keep updating this system, so we never know when it's, you know, we'll do the parking in different positions.
Okay. Super effortless, you know, really nice, easy function. You know, sometimes you don't feel like you want to park your car and maybe use your phone for this time. $45 on each. I mean, not very thick wheels, but pretty nice. They're made from Michelin Pilot Sport 3. There's a camera here and Tesla logo. No ventilation purpose, just another camera. Lots of cameras. From the back, the car looks very good because it's so wide, man. You know, the fenders are super massive. Look at that angle. I really like it. Carbon fiber wing here, and it's pointing outward. It's very nice made and helps a lot with the aerodynamics. Shape of the car, the lights look brilliant. Tesla and the logo, Tesla again there. Model S and P100D. That's the only difference you're gonna see from different Model S. You have 6 parking sensors. You go down, diffuser in black. Nothing dramatic. The car looks very elegant, and you can see how much the engineers work in order to have the best possible drag and airflow coming to this car. Just talk a little bit about the car from the front. The lights looks absolutely brilliant. It's been inspired by Jaguar and Aston Martin, other companies. Lots of people, they say that, and experts, but I don't care much because the whole design looks very smooth. That part, the blank part, it's obvious because there's no combustion engine, so there's no need for the cold air to come inside. I think the car looks great from the outside. This particular color is white, it's metallic. You can order the rims in 19 or 21 inches. Only for Model S, they have specific black color wheels, and they look absolutely brilliant. But you know, lots of parking sensors, cameras all over the place, Tesla logo, of course. Car looks fantastic. I absolutely love the exterior, guys. To recap this video, what do I think about the car in general? Especially I come from, you know, like an M4, like say sports car. I mean, at the beginning I was overwhelmed. Insane speed, you know, from 0 to 100. G-force, the all-wheel drive, quality of the interior, that huge screen, and it just looks amazing. It's so responsive, it's so fast. The navigation, the internet on the car, the features. It's a really nice car. Even the mileage was, you know, really driving fast, and I still have 237 kilometers. So Tesla S P100D. If you like electric cars and you like performance sedans, this is the best car. If you have the money, go for it, guys. Don't go for the 75. You're not gonna enjoy it as much as this one. But if you don't care about the performance, 75 now is the best value in the market. Even the better is it's smaller, but the range will be higher because the power is less and the engines, you know, are not, you know, so much powerful like these ones. The 100D, I think it's very good. The value, it's 100,000 difference between this and the other one. The range is a bit higher, but the performance is in the middle. But you see the differences between 360, 370,000 and 430, 450 and 580. By the way, the car has 11 speakers, 11, and they are really nice quality. The, you know, the bass and the, you know, the clarity of the music is superb. You have the mobile app remote control that we cannot test, unfortunately. Hopefully I will try to do that in the future. And something that you saw, and it's obvious, is the best storage in the, you know, the category. Tesla did a great job. It's performance-wise and storage-wise and quality-wise.